Morning, fellow zombies. Sleep deprived and emotionally deprived, are you all? This is your zombie over at Weaver, John C. Roseman, California. It is Sunday, July 31st, 2022. It's 2:23 in the morning. I know, way too damn early for this shit, isn't it? Okay, update status on these damn things while I was trying to back up my drive. Always been trying to back up the drive because it's so important to do so. And it's maintenance for the computer. I still have to do so I can get some memory on this damn thing. Today, or yesterday, last night, was the. Get this turned around a bit. Thanks. Okay, so last night was the anniversary, actually a reunion over at Sagebrush Cantina regarding Kennedy graduates from 82 through 88. Somewhere there, my graduating year, 85, falls in there. My friends that I grew up, that I went to high school with, I guess didn't show up. The hell had their reasons to chicken out. They had excuses. They had to go other places. And I was just commenting how screwed up that was. Now, all through my life, I had met the Kennedy clan that I went to school with for a while. Tried to keep in contact during those days. But then when you graduate, everything else drops out like crazy. And hardly keep track of your friends anymore, especially when you keep moving out of area and losing phone numbers, and you disappear left and right. So when the reunions come up, it's supposed to be the good time to reconnoiter and reaffirm, re-engage with each other's company, keeping track of what the hell went on in our lives, what changed, what hadn't changed. I got a friend up in Washington, couldn't get down here, health reasons, that's fine. A few other people out here in the Antelope Valley that one forgot, another has to go traveling. She hardly ever speaks to me anymore. Hadn't spoken to each other in years. Another guy, I don't know, he's still busy with his own work and probably made time, I don't know, probably did. The rest of the gang scattered in the wind. I hate it when I lose track of people like that sometimes. Kind of hurts a bit. And when I heard it was over Sagebrush Cantina, and these things are generally at night. A few hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours of hardcore drinking, and you're laughing your asses off, and you're being silly and trying to tell whopper stories. I've been telling my own life story on these damn videos. If anybody cared to know it, but that was my thing, to make sure that people knew it. I figure if I was going to be going out with a bang or a whimper, at least I had a record. Remembering the faces left and right of these guys as they were youthful, as they were kids, as we were dealing with our own hormones and we're dealing with our own sanity, and dealing with the LA Unified School District, and not to mention life itself, dealing with our parents and everything else that threw against us. Did we have joy? Did we have fun? Did we have seasons under the sun? I don't know, did we? One particular nemesis over there, I guess maybe I should have gone over there just to see the guy, but I'll tell you, let me throw out the wild. Let me throw out the wild card at this point over here. If the car was still working, I still had my license, and if David was still alive during the time, I mean, all three things right there. Yeah, I'd go. I'd go. Drive over to Hbrush Canyon, take about a few hours. I'm a shit navigating from here all the way to the Antelope Valley, to the end of the Antelope Valley is one thing, but then you're dealing with the pass, 14, and then you're dealing with the San Fernando Valley itself, trying to get to Calabasas, trying to get to Calabasas Road, and go from there. Yeah, if I had all three, yeah, no problem. I didn't have all three, so there's a problem. If I had transportation, then I'd be dependent upon the person who's giving me transport up and back. Uncomfortable? Yeah. Because as I said before in a lot of my videos, I am not in my mindset like I used to be a long time ago. A lot of things have changed, and the reasons why I kept putting out the damn tubes left and right is because of all the stuff I've been going through for the past decade and a half. I mean, it hasn't exactly been a wonderful ride out here, or a wonderful adventure, moving from the San Fernando Valley over to the Antelope Valley, and then dealing with the things out here other than what LA was dealing with. But it was still LA County until they got up to Roseman and everything else changed into something else. Not Mayberry, but something else. Couldn't even deal with the place. Still can't. But it's home for right now. If I wanted to talk to the guys over there regarding the reunion, I'd probably tell them, look, I'm not dead. I'll send a link over to them. Just to tell them that, look, John Cameron Weaver, graduate class of 85 Centurions. And I may not have my ring with me. Lost the original one. Had to get a remake. Now I got to get another remake because my fingers are too damn fat. I'm an overweight blob of grease. A tub of whale. I'm a guy going through physical and mental health issues at this point. Sorry, I didn't keep myself in tippy-toe condition of any sort. No, I did not. I can tell you that I have been going to college again to fix a mistake that I screwed up 30 plus years ago. Too much of it. And having a wonderful time. I was having a wonderful time dealing with the students of today and dealing with the instructors of today and just fell in love with the campus and everything else happened. Then, of course, we had nature screwing us over left and right, and then our own intervention with nature screwing her over left and right. Oh yeah, how we're dealing with today? You tell me, we'll both know. We'll both know. I suppose I'll be looking at a lot of other people who are going to be sporting these things so much. Maybe a few walkers. Something to lean your arm on. Something to walk with when your distance suck. Walk with this also as a reminder of who I've lost. I've been with my brothers long ago. reunion when he had it with his high school, Grant. And we went over to Santa Monica Hotel, right by the beach, right at the beach. And it was nice out there, very nice. And I was lost as hell. I didn't know a damn person over there because they were all generation above me. And the thing is, I think I'd feel the same way if I went over to the reunion, and I'd feel out of place, to tell you the truth. Hell, there'd be one nemesis over there in my high school days that I probably still wouldn't be able to deal with in the first place. Not because I probably wouldn't be able to deal with the gentleman. Not because of the feelings back then. It's just my own current settings and situations happening out here kind of prevented me from trying to reconnoiter and trying to rejoin the human race. Trying to say hello again to all those people I left behind in the high school days. It's kind of hard to see your past right in front of your face. Everybody probably wouldn't even recognize each other unless there's been some kind of traits. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm thinking, well, I can recognize myself. But as a useful kid, I always was a dorky kind of kid, that's for sure. People will be dressing up nice. Sports coat, jeans, and slacks. What would I be dressing up as? Let's see. Let's see. Sweatpants, tennis shoes, maybe a polo shirt, or maybe a Hawaiian shirt. These are the things I got clean enough right now to wear. But I wouldn't be able to feel comfortable on my skin over there. I know. I know it sucks, and why couldn't I? You know, there's so many excuses I probably heard growing up in my lifetime when asked the same question about themselves. And I have to ask the same thing about me, too. What is it about reunions that makes me so not welcoming to the damn idea in the first place? And just to let you know, if you happen to see anything flying across the screen, that's legitimate. It's not special effects. Bug invasion. I'd feel uncomfortable in my own skin. I always did. I never was comfortable anywhere. I know we all had our insecurities as kids growing up, and even as teenagers. It was supposed to be expected, right? We had our own insecurities. We hang out with each other with our own insecurities. We were fun with it. We were fine with it. We kid each other with it. Torment each other with it sometimes. Growing up as an adult, it's like either you bring in the mature person along with you because the kid is going to say, "But Dad, why am I here?" And the old fart's saying, "Because we're going to say hi to the people we left behind. But I don't want to know them." I wonder if that was the case, though. I mean, seriously, was that the case that made me want to avoid the reunion as much as possible? As if I didn't want to see myself over there, let alone the graduating classes that I may have come across in my lifetime. I didn't want to see me over there. I'm scratching your head on that one. When you're insecure with yourself, it's not that easy trying to look at things as everybody else does because you're awkward, you're a bit nerdy, you're unsure, you're unsettled. I know. It's me too. I'm talking about myself actually in that way. Putting myself in the third party, then I know I'm really in trouble. But I've been in trouble for a hell of a long while, so I'm like, screw it. Not gonna stress over the damn thing in the first place. But it's hard enough to talk to people that I knew growing up. How would they react to a guy like me? How would they react to anything that I have or anything I am? And I guess that particular insecurity is going to be with everybody when they go to reunions. Unless they've already been to the reunions long enough and they've already seen their old pals all the time, that it's comfortable for them to keep going over there to reconnect. But me, I haven't. Very few people I had, and the rest of them are just shadows. Shadows and nightmares, unfortunately. At least for some of the people that that I thought they were giving me nightmares when I was going over to high school. And a lot of stories, a lot of names being shared around. Who we lost, who was left, whatever happened to. I mean, it would have been nice for me to understand if some of the people I cared about were still alive or did they pass away as well. I could spread out the names. Kelly Layton, Sung, Phil Bellinger, Mike Brewer, Jim Shaw. Seth Isquith, Paula Dixon, Mark Finlinson, Debbie Gifford. A few of them I know that they're alive and doing okay, even including Dave DiDamaso. Ziggy is still up in Washington recovering. Still plays the Skins. Still trying to enjoy life with his family up north. Paula Dixon still lives out here in Antelope Valley. We hadn't spoken to each other in years. Debbie, I know. We speak. Well, we actually try to communicate with each other on some occasions. Online, but we do communicate with each other. Mark, I haven't seen. I haven't seen personally, but I know he's online. Just haven't kept up with the dude, that's all. But I understand he had a hell of a life. And he's still enjoying it. Seth was the one I still had the issue with. Dropped off the grid, and I don't know what the hell happened to him. Jim Shaw, a little bit, but I don't know if he's still alive. Probably still is. Probably Mike Brewer as well. There was one gentleman named David Bonzak. It wasn't with our group. It was in my neighborhood. The nemesis I'd said about. At least it seemed to be the nemesis and the asshole at the time. Tried to reach out to him online, and it still seemed to be the same gentleman I dealt with in high school. Yeah. People that you associate with and people that scare the hell out of you when you're in high school Sometimes you'll be surprised that they don't change as much. And you really don't feel comfortable dealing with them. So you stay the hell away from them. And the easiest way to do it is not go to reunions. But you try to put your name out there anyway just to say, hey, I'm still alive. My video is doing the same thing. Just to tell those folks out there in the reunion land, yes, I'm still alive. John Cameron Weaver, graduating class of 85. The one with the zits on his face. Chicken pox. The story goes on this one. A few weeks before graduation kicks in, I'm already working over at the bowling alley on the Northridge Matador lanes. I started getting these splotches all over the place. I got taken over to the doctors, and the doctor said, "Congratulations, son. Now you got chicken pox." Say what? You can't go out. You can't do this. You can't do that. And it gives me a rundown. My mother's having a panic attack at this point over here. And this is like 2 or 3 weeks before I get the hell out of Kennedy. This shit has to happen. Oh, God, that was embarrassing as hell. I had to tell them at work, and then they get laid off. They had to find a new person over there. They weren't gonna. If I'd gotten back over there, I wouldn't have had my job. I lost it. But I came too close of not graduating out of Kennedy with the rest of the class. It would have been embarrassing and it would have been humiliating as hell if I had just gotten the paperwork at home saying, "Congratulations, you graduated out of Kennedy. Stay the hell out of here." No. About 2 weeks after, I think it was just about on the cusp of graduation, the doctor finally clears me. Kept telling me, "Don't pick the shit off your face or anywhere else. You'll leave marks." Since when did I ever listen to the damn doctor? Try to get this shit out the damn face. It just let me get this stuff picked off. So yeah, I had a real ugly picture. A real ugly picture. And I went to. I had to get the doctor clearance, the sign off on it, get paperwork, send it into LA Unified, and everyone else tried to stay the hell away from me. And when my name was called and I was going over to the podium and just to shake hands with people, they're like, literally, they didn't want to have anything to do with the chicken pox at this point over here. They didn't care whether or not it was past the incubation period and the infectious stage. They didn't care. Mm-mm. One lady did, and I was actually able to hug her. And I tried to hug another teacher. And man, she was stiff on this one. Tyra Seymour. Scared as hell. Everyone else avoided me like the plague. I remember that day. As soon as I got the empty folder, I'm like, what the hell? I gotta join the line back in C building just to get the original certification, and then I get to leave. I still got that paper somewhere. Wasn't exactly the most happiest day of my life, but it was there. It was there. Anyway, this particular video I'll be sending over to the reunion as an apology for not showing up. The transportation system we've got out here in Antelope Valley, including Kern County, which is next door to LA County, sucks. Especially when you're having a evening situation over here. There's no transportation up and back. None. Maybe a little bit on the Metrolink. That's about it. But shit, come on. Nobody was giving me a ride up and back on this one. So, stay the hell away from it. I may have missed a lot of people over there, and I'm sorry for that. I'm still available on Facebook. And I've got the Diary of the Griever named John Weaver on YouTube. Yeah, that's a legitimate title. If you've been watching some of the videos, then you know. Then you know I've been going through a hell of a lot. So, I guess that's about it. If we try to do this again in maybe a couple of years, hopefully things will be changing for the better. If not, well, I guess this is going to be the only time you're going to be seeing me is on these videos. So, I'll tell you one thing. Getting older sucks. Especially when you're falling apart left and right and you get to deal with aches and pains, or itches and scratches and everything else going on. Ugh. Getting old sucks. I'll be seeing you guys. This is John Cameron Weaver from Roseman, California. Sayonara.